Hey everybody, welcome back to FSP Forex Stock Predictions. Hope you're all having a great day. I'm the Vortex Trader, and today we are going to go over a trade that I managed to catch literally right now on the DAX 40, scalping the London Open. So let's not waste any time, let's just jump straight into these charts. Alright guys, so what we see here is the German DAX 40 on the 15-minute time frame. I want to show you guys something quick. I'm going to switch to the 4-hour. Alright, this is the 4-hour time frame. Let me remove this blue moving average. Let me remove this trend line. Let me remove this yellow faded channel. What can we see? What can we see? We can see price is clearly bouncing between support and resistance zones, right? We can see this. We can see support at the very bottom here. We can see resistance at the very top. We broke through, but we keep coming right, bouncing just between these two zones right here, this bottom zone and the top zone right here. Now, because this is the 4-hour chart, we also have a very important zone in the middle, and that is this area right here. Let's highlight it just so we can get some. There we go. There we go. All right. So we have support at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 taps. All right. It doesn't matter if price closes below it because it's not a clear break and close. The candle's still above it, and we still have wicks to the left of us, so we're still within that region. Same goes for the top because we can see we closed above it here. The candle was still inside. What happened? Price rejected, came back off it. So we had support, resistance, support, support, resistance. Here we had a clean break and close. The candle closed above it. However, we could not manage to carry on trekking upwards. So what happened? Price reversed and came back within this range, right? Now this middle range, this entire time that we've been bouncing between these two sides of support and resistance, this middle zone has been treated as the same thing. We have support here. Look at these wicks. Now guys, you can always judge a clear support or resistance zone by the wicks because this tells us where the bulls and the bears are. This is where we can see those bank orders really coming in strong. Because look at these wicks. Look how much power there was to these candles on the 4-hour chart. This means there are major orders going on. There is so much buying power happening at these zones, right? Wherever we see these wicks. Here's another one. Strong wick, we can see strong buying, right? Now, because we saw another one of those wicks right there, which was yesterday on Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's to those that did celebrate, we can see that there was strong bullish momentum, so we were obviously looking for price to reject again when we would come down and touch the zone. So we had a bias, right? We knew that price was ranging. Give me a second, my mouse doesn't want to work. Give it a little. Sometimes when I blow on the mouse just to clean out the dust, right? Okay, so we were looking for price to reverse once it hit this zone again. All right, but that's not enough for us to just warrant taking a buy position. We need something further. So we jump into our 15-minute time frame and we look. This is when price got rejected off of that same zone. This is that zone right here. Right? So we knew we were waiting for it to bounce off again because of what we saw in the 4-hour time frame. So we jump onto the 15-minute, right? And we look now. Price is hanging out at the bottom. This is during the Asian session. We want to see whether it breaks some sort of resistance once London opens up. Now, London opened up on this candle that I have highlighted green. All right, let me take away our long position tool right there. This is where price opened up. Now we had a strong bullish candle upwards. The bottom of the candle was moving through the blue moving average, which I like to see. It closed above this rejection zone on top on the 15-minute time frame. We had one tap. We actually had a second tap there. Right, we can bring our zone down right there. 1, 2, 3, 4 taps. So we were waiting for a break, and we were waiting for a break because on the 4-hour we were in this zone where bulls have been buying since Monday the 13th, the first opening candle of this week on the 4-hour time frame, right? We were waiting for it. Not the first opening candle in terms of the very first 4-hour candle. I'm just saying once we got above this zone, we were watching to see what price did, how it reacted to this green zone that was very interesting since the beginning of February. So we did have some sort of bias. We are ranging, but we were looking for some bullish price action. So once we saw this break this morning at 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. my time, right, we knew that, okay, here is our reason to go long. Now, once we see that break, we have a reason to go long. So what do? I have explained this in all of my previous scalping videos on the DAX opening London session. We put our stop loss a couple of pips below the bottom of the breakout candle, and I always target a 1 to 1.7 risk to reward, and we could see this one happened quite quickly. So having said that, it was a great trade, but you can wait countless days before seeing any trades like this. It takes time. So even though we're scalping on the 15-minute and the trade might open and close within a few hours of the opening candle and it hitting your stop loss or target, it doesn't mean you are going to see potential positions like this every single day. It could. The best type of setup is if we see price ranging or trending within the Asian session and then a clear break once London opens up. But we need to form our bias on a higher time frame. This is why I like using the 4-hour, because it gives us a clear view of what is going on. So now that we have had our break on the 15-minute time frame, I'm done. That's it. That's it for the DAX today. I have taken a screenshot. I have put this in my journal. This goes, and let me just check here on my journal how many trades, just to prove to you guys, to show you guys how many trades it's been since February has opened up on the DAX, because some months will be more than others, right? So I'm just looking on my journal screen here. Give me 1 second. February. All right, so we have only had 4 trades. Crazy, right? It's been 2 weeks and we have only had 4 positions using this particular strategy. So don't expect to see a setup like this every single day. It does not happen all the time. We have to be patient. We have to show up to the charts, wait for something to happen. If we see the setup line up, that's when we jump in. All right, so that was our DAX 40 scalping session. I just want to jump over quickly to GU. I want to show you guys a great 4-hour Autoblock entry that I caught yesterday. By the skin of my teeth, this thing almost took me out. Let me show you why. Now, as you guys know, the green blocks for my Autoblock setups represent winning trades. The pink ones represent losing trades, and the yellow ones represent pending orders. This one that is still yellow is still a pending order. I'm waiting for price to come back down into the middle of this yellow order block zone with a risk to reward of 1 to 2. My stop loss a couple of pips below the order block candle. But the one that I wanted to really show you guys, let's just shift the daily over to the left just so we can get more screen space. Right, was this one. This was very interesting because, as you guys know, I put my entry in the middle of the order block zone. This blue candle was our order block candle. We extended out the rectangle. This was our zone. Our stop loss a couple of pips above the top of the. You know what? I use the order block candle, but I also use the highest high. Right, because this was clearly a higher high. I did not want to be taken advantage of with clear liquidation hunts, right? Stop loss hunts. So we put it just a couple of pips above, and I'm not joking, just by the skin of my teeth, I think it was less than 2 pips. It came up, didn't quite hit my stop loss, and then trailed all the way down. So that was by no means. I'm not going to put that into my head as, that was a successful trade, it was perfect. No, because if my stop loss was just a smidge lower, I would have been taken out. However, on my account, it showed green. I managed to get into it. It was a 1 to 2 RR, so that is a win in my book. Now, these things will happen. You will get stop lossed out. You will get stop hunted out. You will. You will. It happens to me all the time. It can drive us crazy. However, what do? We do not let our emotions get the best of us. We trade from a neutral frame of mind. So whether I would have gotten taken out, it does not matter. Does not matter. We are waiting for this one. This is our next one. So this is all in the past. We trade in the present. These two losers, all in the past. We trade in the present, and we are waiting to see what price does when, if it comes back down within this order block zone right here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Looking at the daily, remember we always have to form some type of higher time frame bias before we can just jump into the charts. Look where the entry candle is on the right hand side of the screen. Look how it on the left hand side of the screen where that price lies. All right, right there. Let's try get it in the middle. Okay, so it does not seem unreasonable to me for price to come back down and retest some of these daily candle lows before carrying on upwards. Yes, it could come all the way back down. We could even extend this support line even lower. We could take the whole thing away. Just push this bottom one up just a bit, just to try get as minimal taps as possible. It depends how you like to trade it. With regards to support and resistance, I need the most taps possible. So if candles do not close below the lines, I will keep pushing up the support line higher and higher just to get the most taps, the most cleanest taps possible, because that gives me a clear indication of where true support really is. Right? We can do the same with resistance up above, just so we can get more taps. There we go. So we're clearly trading within the zone, and this order block candle is not quite at the bottom. Right? The order block candle is within this area right here. All right, now we can't assume that price is going to come all the way back down and bounce off it. Right? We see a setup. We see a setup on the 4-hour time frame. It follows my rules. It's everything that I like to see. We have an impulse of 1, 2 candles, and then a couple, and then we carried on higher. We do have a strong impulse. I want to see if price does come back down and respect this order block zone. If it takes me out, it takes me out. No biggie. We carry on and we look for the next one. All right, guys. So those are the two trades that I am looking at this morning. We had a nice one on the DAX, and we are looking at the 4-hour order block on GU. So on that note, let's wrap up today's video. If you find these videos helpful and you enjoy the information, please would you go ahead, give us a thumbs up, hit that like button, give us a subscribe, leave us a comment in the comment section. We are really trying to grow this channel. We are almost on 300 subscribers. We are a tiny trading channel in comparison to the big boys out there and the big players. But with your help, we hope to achieve much higher views. So go ahead and, tell your trading friends. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, I will be seeing you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.